God invites us to pray. Prayer is such an essential part of a Christian life, and these are the 10 important points you can note from prayer. First, we are linked with God through prayer. It is such a privilege that we feeble, sinful men are able to get a direct link to the infinite God. We may commune with God in our hearts as we engage in our daily labor. We may breathe out our heart's desires, even though inaudible to human ears, these prayers reach God. Ask, then, ask and you shall receive. Ask for humility, wisdom, courage, and increase of faith. To every sincere prayer, an answer will come. It may not come just as you desire or at the time you look for it, but it will come in the way and at the time that will best meet your need. The prayer you offer in loneliness, in weariness, in trial, God answers, not always according to your expectations, but always for your good. Point number two, Jesus invites us to pray. The Lord gives us the privilege of seeking Him individually in earnest prayer, of unburdening our souls to Him, keeping nothing from Him who has invited us. And He says, "Come to me, all you that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." The third important point to note is tell Jesus all your needs. We should go to Jesus and tell Him all our needs. We may bring Him our little cares and perplexities as well as our greater troubles. When we feel that we need the presence of Christ at every step, Satan will have little opportunity to intrude his temptations. The fourth point to note is prayer is the opening of the heart to God as to a friend. It is not that it is necessary in order to make known to God what we are, but in order to enable us to receive Him. Prayer does not bring God down to us, but brings us up to Him. When Jesus was on earth, He taught His disciples how to pray. He assured them that their prayers will be heard, and this assurance is also given to us. Through prayer, we come to God by special invitation, and He waits to welcome us to His audience chamber. The first disciples who followed Jesus were not satisfied with a hurried conversation with Him by the way. They said, "Rabbi, where are you staying?" They came and saw where He was staying and remained with Him that day. We read that in John 1:38 to 39. Just like the disciples, we may also, through prayer, be admitted into closest intimacy and communion with God. As Psalms 91 verses 1 says, "He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty." The fifth point is prayer enables us to live in the sunshine of His presence. Prayer is such a spiritual necessity and a privilege. It gives us an actual, personal contact with Jesus Christ, and if you immerse yourself in the culture or habit of prayer, you will be able to exert an influence to your friends and family that is uplifting and reviving. The sixth point is our prayers never burden or weary God. There is no time or place in which it is inappropriate to offer up a petition to God. Prayer will help us close the door to impure imaginings and unholy thoughts by lifting the soul into the presence of God through sincere prayer. Through prayer, we may keep so near to God that in every unexpected trial, our thoughts will turn to Him as naturally as the flower turns to the sun. Keep your wants, your joys, your sorrows, your cares, and your fears before God. You cannot burden Him, you cannot tire Him. It is important to note that God is not indifferent to the needs of His children. As we read in James 5 verses 11, the Lord is very compassionate and merciful. The relations between God and each soul are as distinct and full as though there are not another soul upon the earth to share His watch care, not another soul for whom He gave His beloved Son. Point number 7, prayer brings freshness to spiritual life. If we keep the Lord ever before us, allowing our hearts to go out in thanksgiving and praise to Him, we shall have a continual freshness in our religious life. Our prayers will take the form of a conversation with God as we will talk to a friend. He will speak His mysteries to us personally. Often they will come to us a sweet, joyful sense of the presence of Jesus. Often our hearts will burn within us as He draws near to commune with us, as He did with Enoch. Point number 8, every sincere prayer is heard. In John 16:24, Jesus tells the disciples, "Until now, you have asked nothing in my name. Ask and you will receive, that your joy may be full." Every prayer of a humble person, Jesus presents as his own desire before the Father in heaven. Every sincere prayer is heard in heaven. It may not be fluently expressed, but if the heart is in it, Jesus will present it before the Father without one awkward or stammering word. Point number 9, ask with holy boldness. When you pray, be confident that your prayers will be answered. If ye abide in me, and my words abide in you, you will ask what you will, and it shall be done to you. Ask and believe. When you ask, believe that you will receive, and it will be done for you. Point number 10, go forward trusting God. When you are encountering a challenge, pray about it, trusting that God will answer or provide, and go forward believing it. You will see that God will open ways as you advance, just as the Israelites started crossing the Red Sea, even when it had not yet opened, and God answered and opened the Red Sea.